Welcome first years once again with a new grammar item for your from your syllabus, that is prepositions. You must have learned already in your earlier classes in your school days as well, but here again, as I said, for the articles as well, we will go ahead with a little bit of the refreshing for yourself. Once more we will get the explanation for this preposition. First of all, let me give you a different type of the definition for your preposition. Just remember it out. What is the spelling of prepositions? Preposition. Pre means before. Positions, you know very well. The situation, the place where it is situated, or whatever the position denoting of a thing or something. Before the positions, the words, or we can say the phrases which are used to show the position, they or which are being placed before the position, it is known as the prepositions. Prepositions. Okay. Now we'll go ahead with the other explanations for that. A preposition is placed before a noun or a pronoun. Either you may take a name or either pronoun, he, she, it, whatever it may be. You can take a pronoun or you can take a name, but it can be placed before a noun or a pronoun. Like a cow is grazing in the garden. Where is the cow grazing? In the garden. Here garden is also a noun. So here we are using this one to show it to you, the position of the cow, where the position of the cow is in the garden. Now next is a preposition shows relationship. It can show us a relationship with that of the object. It can shows what the relationship of the noun of that, or what you can say the position of the object. Like you can say the book is on the table, the book is under the tree, whatever you want, that is the relationship you are showing. A preposition is followed by an object. Sometimes it is followed by an object, like any other object. You can use, for example, by car. She is going by car. Car is an object. By is a preposition. So relating to that of the, it can be followed. By is followed by car. So we are using by as a preposition and the car is an object. So there are certain things which you have to keep it in mind. Many you must have seen many of the prepositions usage you have done of preposition in your everyday sentences, and you must be aware what type of the prepositions you have to write down at where. But we have a little bit of the elaborated discussion onto that, which is being given in your reader, as well as certain blanks are being given in your study material. And if you do that continuous, if you complete the work given in your study material, you will get thorough into the particular grammar item. So please go ahead. Now next is that first we will go for the types of the preposition. Preposition of place and direction. It shows where. It shows where. So like in, on, just now I said on the table, in the garden. It shows the place, where, place and direction. At, up, down, across, round, all can be used, all these prepositions can be used only to show the place and direction. Means the question is where, the answer could be in the answer, this prepositions can be used. Next is preposition of time. It shows, it actually answers the question when this thing had happened. After lunch, before dinner, on Saturday at 5 p.m. since morning, since 5 days till yesterday, during the weekend. A whole, any of the can be used to show when it had happened. Just randomly I made a sentence. You can create any sentence, you can understand this one, and you can get an idea that all these prepositions are showing you when a certain thing has happened. So there is a need to understand that these are all are comes under the prepositions. Next is prepositions of divergent relations. Divergent relations, different relations, like some of the prepositions can be used in a different ways. Like first is we can take the use of by, the uses of by, where it is used. First is at a certain moment, by this time, by 5 a.m. as I said just now, by, so by 5 p.m. or whatever the timings you want, that is at a certain moment. Next, in the passive voice, when the active voice being changed into the passive voice, like where the doer is given less importance, the action is given less importance, then it is known as your passive voice. So how, when we use that, normally in there is a normal rule of finding active and passive voice is that in passive voice the by is used. Very easily you can recognize the sentence where by is used, normally that goes into the passive voice. Next is mode of action, how the action being done. She slapped me, or instead of slap you can, she punched me by hand, by the gloves, by the fist, you can say by the fist. All this comes under your by, uses of by, where mode of action. Okay, just forget about quarreling, fighting and all. I have read, I improve my English by reading storybooks, newspapers, by repeating sentences. This is mode of action. How you have improved your English? By reading newspapers, by speaking few sentences in front of mirror, by whatever the storybooks, by magazines. These are the sources. So you have got a mode, how the action being done. Mode of transport, as I said just now the example, by car, by bus, these are the mode of transport. How you are coming? By bus, by bike, whatever it is there. So that mode of transport can be used, and this there we use the preposition by. Next is the uses of for. How to, when to use for. For 10 days, when you are talking about a particular time, when you are mentioning the time, then you have to use for 10 days. Since and for has a different usage. Since morning till now continue. For 10 days, particular time. In since you are not sure about that. Since it had happened long time and now it may continue maybe. But here you are sure about the time. For 10 days, for 5 months, whatever it is there, you can be sure about this. Next is the reason for his crime. Okay, the student got the punishment for cheating in the examination, for bringing chits in the examination. For the reason. Why the student got the punishment? For this, whatever the reason is. For gaining knowledge. That is the purpose. I am going to college for gaining knowledge. That is the purpose. So for the purpose, for the, you can say your intentions to achieve something, or for your, what is your aim for that, that you can use for. If you remember our second lesson, aim for the stars. Can we use for there? Yes, aim for the stars. That is the purpose. Okay. Now, next to, uses of to. Uses of to is being used to show the duration. Timings of the clinic from 10 am to 2 pm. To is being used to show the duration, to show the time. Next is going to any destination. I am going to college, I am going to Dubai, I am going to Goa, whatever the place. Destinations, where you are going, you are reaching to a certain place, there you have to use to for showing the destination. Third is to keep fit. Again, purpose. I do aerobics to keep myself fit. Right? Why I am doing aerobics? Why I am doing gymnastics? To keep myself fit. There is a purpose. Okay, there is a purpose of keeping myself fit. So that's why I am using to keep myself healthy. I am using this type of the things. I am doing all these things in order to keep myself better. So that is my purpose. So for that purpose you can use to. Here also I said purpose, but this is different, that is different. According to the sentence you have to use that, what is the purpose, and then you have to use to or for. Next is the uses of from. Again, from and to has the similar uses. Timings from to. From, just now I have given the example of clinic timings from 10 am to 2 pm. Here we used that example for to, the same you can go for from. So you can understand both are being used. And normally while giving a gift, a present to somebody, you write down from so and so to so and so. That means from this side to that side. That can be used, not only it is as a duration, it is actually you are showing that the way, the direction from this to that. Now next is the source. Source here is like from which place you are coming, or are you coming from which place, are you originally from which place. So from is you are asking as a source. The answer could be from Hyderabad, from Tamil Nadu, from any other country. So the source, when we have to talk about the source, we can use this one. Okay, from suppose you have done some homework or something, written an essay. From where have you got this material? Means from where have you got? Like asking starting the question with from means we are asking about the source. From which source you have got this? From internet, from a book, whichever the book you wanted to mention, from my elder sister. This from is the source here. Next is by mentioning two places. She is going, as I said here, she is going to destination. Now here two places, from Delhi to Hyderabad. This train runs from Delhi to Hyderabad. This bus goes from so and so to so and so. So here, there also we have to use, when we are using two places, we have to mention from and to, both the prepositions. So now here what we have learned about prepositions, first is you have to split and understand very clearly. It is the word which shows the position of a noun, which is being placed before the position. Preposition, before position, and preposition placed before a noun shows relationship and followed by an object. Then we have got a little bit into the detail of preposition, like which type of questions they answer, where and when. Then we have started getting into a little bit deeper. There we find out prepositions of the divergent relations, where we got the uses of by, the uses of by in the sentences, and the uses of for, to and from. After this, in the next class, we will study a little bit more about the other prepositions, so it can become very easy for you to fill up the blanks, and you can definitely get better in the prepositions if you practice it immediately. Because in the examination we are not sure that this and this particular sentences they may ask. One complete section is dedicated to prepositions. As I said, articles is the first one in the section C. Prepositions is the second grammar item in the section C. From the grammar I am taking according to the question paper. So, you can check it out, question paper pattern in your study material. It is being given in your reader, it is at the back side, in study material it is in the front. You can check it out and then find it out that one by one we are completing this. And in the next class we will try to complete the whole explanation of the prepositions, and by the time try to complete the blanks given at the end of the chapter or end of the explanation of the preposition in your both the places, study material as well as the reader. In the next class we will meet once again with the further explanation of preposition. By the time, take care.